selling really hasn't changed. I interviewed a couple of people to get ready for today, and one of them said, you know, Duane, I'm pretty concerned. My salespeople, they sell like it's 1970. They're selling like it's 1970 or the 1980s. I said, well, tell me more about that. What does that mean? They said, well, they're asking if there's anything they can bid on. They're stopping by like a root milk salesman used to do years ago and said, how many gallons of milk would you like today? Do you have a job coming down the pike? Can I bid on it? Can I help you out? They said that they're not, with all the talk about relationship selling, with all the talk about consultative selling, they said, my guys are still selling like it's 1970. So the good question is not has selling changed, because in many ways it hasn't. How has buying behavior changed? That's the question that is the important question. So what do buyers want? Well, here's what they tell me they want. They want to deal with business people. They don't want to deal with salespeople. What's the difference between a business person and a salesperson? A couple of differences. Salespeople, what do?
They're hunters.
They're hunters, yes.
They're closers.
Yes. And in that, what are they focused on? They're focused on their product. They're focused on the transaction. They're focused on getting proposals out there and pitching deals, right? That's what they focus on. We've got to teach these salespeople to start focusing on the business issues. How are we going to help these people? Let's not kid ourselves. To be walking around saying we have a consultative sales model when we're not understanding the issues of the companies we call on, it's not true. Would you agree with that? You cannot be consultative unless you understand the world of who you're trying to help. A top sales rep, they're able to talk about money. They're able to discuss the pricing issue and why they are worth their price. I went out with a rep not long ago, and this woman was magnificent. The price objection came up, and she said, Bill, I really appreciate your concern that you want to get the best price possible. I respect that, and that is important. She said, but can I explain to you how our organization has gone about our pricing? And the gentleman said, yeah, go ahead. She went to explain the thought process that her company went through to arrive at their pricing, the value that the company provides, the guarantees that they provide. When she was done with that, she illustrated and demonstrated that her price may be a little bit higher, but the cost of doing business with her was actually less. And the gentleman bought with no further rebuttal or no further pushback. Are your representatives able to distinguish between price, which is what we write on the check for something we buy, versus the long-term cost to live with something? You see, this is a business concept. We go back to we want to act and think like business people, not salespeople. Sales rep that thinks like a business person, they know when it's appropriate to discuss the product. They know. They don't do it too soon. They build that value first. Then when they build the value, then they explain how they're going to deliver. And then they can talk about price. Only when we build value can we discuss price. Otherwise, we'll find ourselves stuck in a mode of transactional selling. Raise the bar. Set some new expectations for the team. Have a meeting, get them together. Talk about how business changes and how this organization needs to get more net new accounts. And give them goals. Pick out your sales representatives based on their skills and say, here's what I need you to contribute, Mary. Here's what I need you to contribute, Tony. Here's what I need you to contribute, Alice. And set the expectations. People like to be included in a mission. They like it when the leader shows respect and confidence in them and asks them to take the bar up. You will find that your team, most of them, have what it takes inside. They need you to lead them and pull it out. It's not like reinventing the wheel. It's just getting in touch with how to pull it out of them. They have it. But most of us, including myself, we are not functioning at 100%. I don't know what the percent. Somebody said, Einstein said we only use 10% of our brain. Well, that's not true. We use 100% of our brain. To walk and to talk and to eat and to read and to watch TV. We're using 100% of our brain. It's just to what level are we using it? How deep are we going? What are we expecting of ourselves? When you ask more of people, you're going to get more. And that's when you can move the needle on revenues and get that double-digit growth.